So the other day, my daughter's girlfriend posted a video on their page, Coming Out Happy, about my husband and I were just in a golf cart singing and having a really good time. And she joked around that, she's comfortable enough to be with us and hang out with us and kind of babysit for us. And it got so much attention on their page because of how there's a lack of acceptance in the LGBTQ plus community. And I thought about it and I was like, well, should I post something like this to my page? And I was worried about it for two reasons. One, because, well, will I lose followers because I have a daughter who's gay? Or will I lose followers because my husband and I have done a tremendous amount of work to rebuild an entirely new relationship? After we lost it all, it completely crashed and burned, and we rebuilt something entirely new and actually married each other again. And a friend of mine said, who's probably watching this right now, who said, Debbie, you're going to help a lot of people who can see that rebuilding is possible. And I remember being that woman years ago who thought if someone is still with their partner after a betrayal, what the heck, what's wrong with them? And I've learned through doing the study on betrayal and making those discoveries and having the betrayal of my family, and I just healed myself and moved along. And then with my husband, an entirely, different scenario, which is and was the hardest thing I've ever done. And I've been in the ICU for 11 days. This was harder than that. And losing loved ones. And then I hear, I listen to Diary of a CEO, Steve Bartlett, and where he's continuously talking about, everybody's not going to love you, and you're going to have people who absolutely reject who you are and whatever. And at that moment I said, you know what? Let me post this. And what was so interesting? I was afraid. I really was. And I lost a lot of followers. And I thought about it and I was like, well, of course, mentally and mentally you realize, okay, well, those aren't my people, and I'm going to reach the people I need to, and they're going to hear my message about, who I am and what I've done and how we help so many people heal from betrayal, not necessarily get back together with their partner, because in a lot of instances, it's not in either of their best interests. But it was one of those things where it's one of those lessons where you're like, wow, you know what? I would rather teach you all day long than be vulnerable. But I know that I can't really help you if you don't know who I am. And I think about it, I'm like, well, you can read my story and trust again. Or, in the TEDx talk, do you have post-betrayal syndrome? You can hear it there. And I'm like, no, you need to know what's real and what the truth is. And I shared my truth. So I guess for the people who no longer follow me for it, I guess you're not my people. For the ones who this is going to resonate with you, I'm just here to share my truth. Betrayal is, I really look at it as one of the most painful of the human experiences. But all I did was do something really good with something really painful, and we're helping other people do the same. So I'm hoping that that's a message you need to hear and that resonates with you. And I'm just here to help you however I can. So share your truth. Hiding it doesn't help anybody, especially yourself. So hope this resonates.